Shantoto Intertwined Will. I just used the free multi-tickets on this. I wasn't going to pull for either one of these characters. I did end up getting Ursula's FR. I didn't have that before, so that's cool. I didn't build her yet, so I'm going to have to come back here for a ticket mission, but for now, we'll just zero turns this. A few things to watch out for in this fight. If you're going to run it like this, when the enemy force time gets to 20%, they will greatly reduce your damage output unless you're hitting them with specific elements, aka Shantoto's elements, because they're trying to sell her, obviously. But Quina doesn't care with that BT effect. You'll just cap anyway. So the plan here is to go into this burst. The only reason I brought that Rain's Call was to get the summon gauge up a little faster so that we can go in there and get to our force time before they get to theirs. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what the enemy force time is. I didn't want to know. I wanted to just rush in there and get there before they did. I didn't want to find out. So, so I'm not the right person to ask. What else about this fight? What else? Honestly, I don't know much. I really don't know much. I just kind of went in and beat them up. It worked out very well for me because, okay, I'm already spoiling it, but it gets to a point where Quina only has one turn left on the BT effect, and I'm like, oh, fuck. If that runs out, there goes our damage. But Noctis and Rem, man, them together, their turn swapping shenanigans, holy shit. You have full control. Full control of the turn order with just those two. It's amazing. So I just utilized that to keep Quina in the back to keep that BT effect, and it was more than enough. More than enough. They don't really seem to have a lot of health, these three. That tends to be the case for a lot of 3-target fights. Just kind of compensate for the fact that you're hitting 3 people. They don't have as much health individually as opposed to one beefy-ass single target, like, say, the Leo fight, which I did do. I know I didn't do a video for that, but I did do it. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I hated it. I absolutely hated that fight. And I struggled with it. I'll be real. I struggled timing the threshold properly. It took me a few times to get it down. Didn't like that fight. Don't want to go back to it. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess. Not a fan. And as far as future plans for polls and things of that nature, I don't know. I have no clue. Because I didn't even realize. I actually went and checked the stream slides like, oh, I'll look at what's next. Just so I have something to talk about because I haven't done this in a while. Like, okay, I'll talk about poll plans. I'll go look at the stream slides. And I realized this was the last stream slide for the last series of events. Like, oh shit. So, yeah, I can't talk about my poll plans because I have no idea what's coming. Do any of you, any JP players, somebody, clue me in. Leave it in the comments. What's coming and what are you guys going to pull for? Because I have no idea. I have no clue who to say for. None of that. So, talk about it in the comments because you'll be helping me out, and yeah, I honestly don't know. I just don't know. Oh, I can talk call abilities. I already mentioned Rains. Realistically, I don't think I needed to bring Seymour. I really don't think I did, because I brought him for the debuffs, but what's the point? Quina's here. Like, we don't need to up our damage. We're already capping. Like, there's no point. I should have brought Leo and just gave the Leo call to Quina. That's what I should have done. That would have made the most sense. That way, every single target attack we're doing would just do a lot more damage. We get extra red numbers popping up. I didn't think of that, though. That's what I should have done. Rydia is so, they would just miss us for the few times that they do get to swing at us, because I let them swing at us a few times just to utilize Quina's trap damage, just so we could get a couple of those off. I don't think it helped much. I didn't really let them attack a whole lot, but I figured Rydia, that way they can swing, miss, and explode. And that just made sense to me, and it worked out. I have to say, I know I just talked about her, but in general, I like Rem a lot more than I thought I would. A lot more. I mean, okay, I've always been a Rem fan, especially back in the, back when I used to do those TCC challenges a lot. I brought Rem to a ton of those. I'm talking years ago at this point, though, like Chaos era. I brought Rem everywhere. And she was awesome. She's one of the most underrated supports ever, if you ask me. I think she's great. She's not pick up and play, but if you know how to use her, my God, is she good for control. And she's just so fun. And she's just a lot better in general than I thought she would be with her burst and FR. I think she's great. I like her a lot. I don't really utilize her burst effect much because her burst effect makes you immortal, basically. And I tend to forget that. I tend to not really use it for those purposes. I just kind of use it for damage output, and it works out. I usually wait till I'm in force time to pop it. I mean, I usually do it pretty early, but still. This right here is another reason I'm thinking, okay, maybe video call, but it didn't matter because we summoned anyway. Again, this is only to build our gauge up a little more, just so we can beat them to it, because they're about to beat us there. So if we did not summon, we would have had enemy force time. I'd rather not deal with that. I have no way to cancel it. Well, thank you. So let's just get there before they do. Even, okay, sorry, back to Rem. Even just as a charger, I like her a lot. I know as far as her building the gauge, she's not as effective as, say, like an Aerith, for example. But I just love the fact that as she's charging, she's still doing damage. She's still doing those follow-up attacks with everything she does. I just really like that. That there's, I know it's not much, like we're not in force time or anything, but just that little bit of extra oomph while we're charging. Every little bit helps, you know, so I really like Rem. I think she's great. I did do her dagger 5 out of 5 back during Transcendence, just so that I could, you know, pull off that Rem-Aerith duo thing. I don't remember if I made a video for that. Did I? I don't remember if I made a video for that. But either way, that's what I did there. And then I was going to dismantle it, but now I'm like, do I really want to? Actually, I'm sure I will someday, but when I'm done using Rem, I'll probably dismantle it. Let's see, look at that. We are now ahead of them on the gauge. And I was going to use Noctis's FR. That was going to be the plan, but that didn't work out because, as you can see, in a moment here, after we juggle this, okay. Noctis is way the fuck back there. And we gotta get there now. So we gotta just pop something real quick. It doesn't matter what it is. Something, anything. Glad I used that though, just so I didn't waste a turn on the burst effect with the C65 or something. So we're gonna just use the Quina FR because that's the best chance we got to actually get there before they do. It worked out. Wasn't what I planned, but it totally worked out. This right here, this is why I should have brought the Leo call, because Noctis is doing this after every turn. All those extra numbers would have been real nice. It wasn't necessary, but it just would have been a better idea, I'd say. But alas. Oh my god, what am I talking about? Yes, I made a video for the last Transcendence. That was the last video I did. God damn. I remember now because I remember doing the commentary and going, and he holds her in the animation. Like I still love that animation. That's so sweet, so lovely. I love it. But okay, yeah, I did. I couldn't remember. God damn. But anyways, we're in force time now. And I wasn't sure if we were going to make it at first, but then you can see their health just starts to drop and drop and drop. And this did help, I think, more than I'm giving it credit for. These traps here. Right here. Yeah, that's a pretty big help. Actually, what am I talking about? I don't think it did much. Yeah, that did quite a bit. That's pretty damn helpful. As was that Rydia call just now. That Rage Bio, miss, not gonna touch us. Not gonna touch us. Jesus! Quina's cook. Jesus! The amount of damage that does. I do want more fights like this, though. Where we're fighting against actual Final Fantasy characters, as opposed to just a lot of the same bosses, recycled and reskinned. I mean, every now and again they'll give us a new boss, like a totally new model, all that stuff, but I want this. I mean, this is Dissidia, right? Final Fantasy crossover, right? So can we fight the other Final Fantasy characters? I mean, that's what Dissidia is. I mean, that was the point of it when it originated, was Final Fantasy characters coming together from all the games and beating the shit out of each other. Like, can we have more of that in this? Because that's fucking awesome. I want more of that. Please, more of that. Anyway, I know I've been kind of rambling through it, but you see what I'm talking about, right? Quina has 1 turn left on that burst effect. That can't go away. If that goes away, especially now in Force Time, we are screwed. So we have to do everything we can to have her not take another turn. And what better setup for that to happen than Rem and Noctis? I love this pairing. I absolutely love Rem and Noctis together. So, yeah. I might be using a lot of them, depending on power creep, depending on what's coming our way, if it works. But I love this tag team. I just think it's fantastic. For this entire time, we have not used any echoes. None. I saved them for the end. So really just pummel through them. Just really bring it home. So he has 1. No, excuse me. He has 2. And Rem has 2. And Quina has another 1. So we're still... I mean, it looks like we're running out of steam with that 2 right there. But no. We still have plenty of juice left to just obliterate these fools. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, I'm remembering now. The last video I made, that Transcendence, I said something to the tune of... I tried to describe Rem and put Rem's playstyle in basic terms, and I ended up saying that she's kind of like Noctis, only in the sense that she's very good, but she is not pick up and play. Like, you really have to have a handle on how her kit works for her to be effective. And then I got people in the comments saying, okay, so Rem is support Noctis. No, damn it. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying both of those characters... Here's the 2 things they have in common. Turn control. Oh my god, the 2 of them. For turn control, wow. They have that in common. And then when paired together, it's even better. And you have to really have a handle on their kits to play them effectively. More than most characters in this game, I would say. That's the only comparison between these 2 characters. But they do happen to pair together quite well. And the fact that Rem can just do that, and she's even swapped it. She swapped with herself once, and then swapped with Noctis with the FR. That's so good. That's so good. This was not necessary to press, but I like to be flashy. Yeah, get launched just to really make sure you're fucking dead. Hit that invisible wall in the sky and get fucked. We're done here. I know I'm late. Better late than never. Who'd you guys bring? Hope you enjoyed. It's been a while. Thank you for watching.